We're going to be talking a little bit about outsourcing in a moment. I just want to spend a short while looking at leadership within shared services. Now, some might argue that there's a shortage of natural leaders within shared services and that this industry certainly needs strong business leaders because of the organizational change that they're driving through and the resistance that is often incurred because of that change. And what we generally see is that shared service organizations are run by very excellent accountants with strong management experience, but not perhaps abundant in leadership skills. So, well, first of all, what's your view on this? And second of all, how can this situation be addressed?
I think the issue of effective people leadership, and actually people management as well, is a theme that's relevant across finance. So it's certainly a real issue as the scale of shared service centres increase, and if our hypothesis is right, which is increasingly as higher value processes move into shared services, there will increasingly be non-accountants in the teams, that the demand for more effective people management is likely to go up. So the question is, what are those skills and why has it traditionally been difficult to build? And therefore, what can we do about it? I think if we look at the traditional training within finance, it is all dominated usually with a technical bias, obviously. And when you couple that with individuals who tend to have a preference to transaction rather than relationship and tend to be more introverted than extroverted in terms of their ways of thinking and preferred ways of working, all of those together lead to effectively an underinvestment and an underdevelopment in just the core man management and people leadership skills. They're not skills that can't be learnt. So in terms of recognizing that and looking at the development curriculums and also what is looked for in individuals in terms of succession planning, so the extent to which effective people leadership is recognized early as a core competence that's rewarded with promotion or pay and incentives is something that needs to be addressed. And just building some of those core skills. So one of them that we see being relatively weak in finance as a function compared to many other functions is just the competency around effective communication. That's a skill that can absolutely be built regardless of an individual's natural propensity to be a strong communicator. So starting to invest in some of those core skills are really critical. And of course also looking at the structure of within a shared service centre and the point at which man management and team leadership first occur with smaller teams, actually investing in some of those core skills so that people start to build them as part of their journey through their career rather than expecting them to suddenly acquire them when they have some significant leadership and people management responsibility.